Not your average tabletop. Woohoo!
Welcome to Not Your Average Tabletop. I'm Zach.
And I'm Mac.
And today we're going to give our first impressions of the Guild of Merchant Explorers.
Yes.
And I had to look at the title again because it is a strange title that, yes, is also a mouthful at the same time.
To be fair, a cool and snappy title, Cartographers, that could have explained this game was already taken.
That is true. That's true. Because, yeah, pretty much what you're doing in this game is going out and exploring your little map here.
Mm-hmm.
And we just got done playing this for the first time. It's only been one game of it. And I think there's 4 different maps that at least come in the main box. I don't know if they have expansions for this one or not with more maps. But I think every player is still using the same map, depending on which one you want to use. But you have some different choices, and I don't know if this was the recommended starting.
Yes, this was.
Okay.
Vina.
And yeah, so it's kind of. I was thinking it reminded me of a few different things.
Yeah.
It's kind of sort of like a flip and right game, really, because you have 5 different cards that have certain land. So there's different land types, and then they have like kind of shapes or things that you have to do. And you flip that card over. There's 5 of them. There's the same 5 that are used every round. There's 4 total rounds in the game. And then you'll add in some special ones that'll be unique to each player. But then you're just kind of exploring out from your areas. And that part is kind of like a flip and right. Reminds me of Silver and Gold a little bit. And then kind of the exploring of the different lands makes me think a little bit of... I blanked on it.
Kingdom Builder?
Kingdom Builder. I keep thinking Forbidden Kingdom. And I'm like, that's not even a game that I know of. So, Kingdom Builder. It kind of reminded me of kind of those 2 coming together. And you said it kind of reminded you of Cartographers a little bit.
A little bit. I mean, just that you're going to explore a map and kind of have to think about it's not like polyomino, but it's, you got connected hexagons, so it's kind of like a little path that you're trying to make. Mm-hmm. I'm sure there's a different game in our collection that's like that I'm also thinking of, but I can't think of it.
But yeah, it's definitely on more of the lighter side, I would say. Yeah. It was one that we were able to get into really, really quickly. You just kind of looked at the rules. We watched a short video kind of on a high-level overview just to kind of confirm what you had read, and yeah, it's pretty simple. You're just flipping over the cards and doing kind of what they say and going out from the buildings.
Yeah. I think there are more advanced variants in some of these different maps. So to change it up a bit, I think that's what you can do is play the different maps, and I think there are different requirements on some of the maps or different, just little differences.
Yeah. And yeah, after one play, I would say this one's probably sitting at like a 7.5 to 8 for me. It's one that I definitely want to get to the table more often. I think it could be a quick game, even with the max player count, which I believe is 4 players, because it's kind of all simultaneous. You're just getting into a game where you're getting like a lot of little bits of points, which I like games like that quite a bit. And I do like Silver and Gold. If you've played that one, I think that's from Pandasaurus. It's a smaller game than this, but kind of has some of that similarities where you kind of know which cards are going to come out, but you don't know the order. And you kind of have to prepare for, if you can, potentially any possible order. You might have like, oh, this is the ideal order if this could come out this way, but sometimes you have to be able to maneuver to try to make the most of whatever situation's thrown at you. I find that really fun, and I think it's one that'll play.
That's the one it reminds me of. Auriculum. A little bit.
Yeah, maybe a little bit.
Laying out and the different things you get on each little different tile.
That's true. A little bit of that. A little bit of that.
It's bothering me. It's like, what game?
Yes, but
sorry.
Yeah, I think this one's a pretty solid one, and it's a quick one as well. It's just the 4 rounds, and then you start with 6 cards, then 7 cards, 8 cards, 9 cards. So it doesn't really take that much time.
No. It's quick, snappy turns. You're
Yeah.
playing simultaneously. I'd probably give it about an 8 on first rating too, just because I feel like it is just. There's nothing I love more than your own little player board for you to work on and can't be influenced by others. I think that's always a sweet spot for me, and so it's always just fun just trying to get your map to be the most efficient for point scoring based on what you have available to you and all that. So I thought it was great play. I'm
Yeah.
excited to try it more.
Yeah, and I don't know if it'll always be close, but our game was like within 3 points. So I hopefully going forward, most games will be that close.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I think we did kind of different things. Yours kind of stayed sort of in a more central area, whereas I kind of spread out more, and we still had very similar scores. So it was nice to know that you could kind of do a few different things and still be successful potentially. But yeah.
It was kind of a ride.
It was, and I look forward to getting this one to the table a few more times. We'll have to see if it
Okay.
makes your top 60 this year.
Yeah, or my top 10 new to me games by the end of the year.
So you'll have to subscribe and check out those videos when they eventually come.
Everyone
This might
wants-
actually come after. I don't know when this one's going to come out, but it might come out after the top 60 or during it. So
Everyone wants to know what's in my top 6.
they want to
Such
know.
a big influencer.
They want to know. So let us know in the comments below if you want to know if it's going to make it. And
Yeah.
she might give you a hint. if it
Ooh.
will. But otherwise, we've got an unboxing of this as well. So if you want to kind of get a closer look at some of the components, check that out. Otherwise, we hope to see you on the next one. And as always, don't forget to keep on nibbling on our content.